Derivation of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Let us arrange an apparatus. It consists of a pair of parallel bare conductors which are spaced L meters apart in uniform magnetic field of B. We can hold another bare conductor in such a way that it is in contact with the two parallel wires. A galvanometer is connected to the ends of the parallel conductors to complete an electric circuit. Now, if the crosswire placed across parallel conductors is moved to the left, galvanometer needle will deflect on one direction. If the crosswire is moved to the right, its needle deflects in direction opposite to the previous direction. Suppose that the crosswire is moved to the left to a distance of S meters in a time of delta t, then the reading of galvanometer gives us the amount of current that flows in the circuit. A current will be set up in the circuit only when there is an EMF in the circuit. Let this EMF be epsilon. The principle of conservation of energy tells us that the electric energy must come from the work that we have done in moving the crosswire. If we ignore friction everywhere in the arrangement, the work done by the applied force W is equal to F into S. It is evident that there is a current of I amperes flowing through the length of L meters of the wire in the magnetic field in this direction. The force applied on crosswire by the field F is equal to BIL. According to the Fleming's right-hand rule, the direction of magnetic field is downwards here, and the force applied on crosswire by the fields opposes the force applied by us to move the crosswire. The direction of applied force determines the direction of current through the crosswire. Here we are doing positive work. The work done by us in moving the crosswire converts into electrical energy. So the work done is given by W is equal to F into S is equal to BILS. When we put the crosswire across parallel conductors, it makes a complete circuit which encloses a certain amount of magnetic flux. In previous condition, when the crosswire is at right, the magnetic flux through the circuit is high. Here, the flux is indicated in the yellow rounded area. Now, as we move the crosswire to the left, the area of the loop decreases and the flux through the loop also decreases. Then, the red rounded area shows the change in magnetic flux. Here, that is given by delta pi is equal to BLS. Let us recall the above equations once again. Work done W is equal to F into S is equal to BILS. Change in magnetic flux delta pi is equal to BLS. From the above two equations, W is equal to delta pi into I. On dividing the above equation both sides with delta t, we get W by delta t is equal to I into delta pi by delta t. W by delta t is nothing but electric power. So, electric power P is equal to I into delta pi by delta t. Electric power is the product of current and EMF or voltage. Epsilon is equal to delta pi by delta t is obviously equal to induced EMF. This is Faraday's law. So, electric power P is equal to epsilon into I. Thus, the electric power generated in the circuit is equal to product of induced EMF epsilon and the current I. Thus, the mechanical energy utilized to move the crosswire in 1 second is converted into electric power delta pi by delta t into I. This is nothing but conservation of energy. Hence, we conclude that Faraday's law is consequence of conservation of energy.